How important is it to find like that right mentorship when, building a team or joining a team?
Extremely important. Extremely important because, everything rises and falls on leadership. And I think from the top down, the leadership, like from the CEOs to like the vice president of sales, the marketing, to like all those, like the corporate positions, like everything flows down from there. And I think mentorship is really important, obviously, because like you can't go to where so like if you're mentoring me, like I can't go to somewhere where you've never been. And so having a mentor who's willing to be in the trenches, be in the fight, being able to understand what you're going through on a day-to-day basis is super important. And we have mentors at our every different stage of, some are high-level producers still in the field. There's like a Josh Crisp who's, has a huge agency. So now I'm being mentored on him on how to grow an agency, where I went from like when I first got in, it was like, dude, how do I sell deals? And then it evolved to like, okay, I got a couple people on my team, like how do I mentor them? And then now it's like he's has a two, three, $4 million a month agency, and I'm like, okay, dude, how do I get to that? Like, you know what I mean? So like, he's gone three. He's always three, four steps ahead of me, which is so awesome. And I don't look at that like, dang, Josh, leave me behind. I look at it like, dude, that's awesome, inspiring. It shows that if he can do it, I can do it as well. And so mentorship is super important. Like, dude, if you have a mentor who's just like slothful, like puts you on, sells you the dream. You never see him on Zoom. You never see him ripping deals. You never see him recruiting and growing his agency. It's only a certain amount of time before you call BS on what he's telling you on a daily basis. And inevitably, you're either going to find another mentor in that company, or you're going to find a mentor outside of that company who's actually speaking the same language of what you want to learn.
Yeah, that's so good. When when someone is looking for mentorship and, oftentimes a lot of people that are watching this are looking for that type of mentorship, what does that look like with you? If someone was to come in and be like, "Hey, Taylor, I want help. How can I get similar results?" Like from, the first like 90-ish days, what does that look like from you?
Yeah, I just tell people follow me around the entire time. Like I'm on Zoom, I'm accessible. If and here's the thing, like you, as long as you create the right expectations, like that's I'm big on creating the right expectations. As long as I've created the right expectations and reiterated those expectations to you, at that point it is on you, right? Because again, we're 1099, we're this is a volunteer army, right? We're full commission, eat what you kill, right?
Yep.
And so you have to be an individual. I can tell you, hey, I'm on Zoom at 7 a.m. every single day. I'm doing X and Y and Z. Like you'll be able to pop in, ask me questions. I'm available, but at the end of the day, you got to be motivated and disciplined enough to do it yourself. Like, are you waking up, going to the gym? You know what I mean? Are you reading? Like, are you meditating and praying in the morning? Like, are you getting your mind right to get on the phones? Like, these things that I'm telling people, these are things that I do, right? So I'm telling people, like, dude, if you want the same results as me, you could just literally copy what I'm doing. And some will, some won't, so what, right? But the people who will, I see them on Zoom every single day. They're asking questions. They're trying to get everything, the ball rolling on everything, and they're very proactive. And so my approach is like I'm trying to make people self-sufficient as soon as I absolutely possibly can. And that's what I tell people. Like I don't want you having to be like I don't want you to have for me to babysit you. You don't want that either. Like you want to be in a position where I'm equipping you to give you the right tools and information for you to be self-sufficient as humanly possible as fast as possible. Because that's where stuff gets fun. You know what I mean?